Okay, welcome everyone to a visit with Nana and Papa. I'm Nana.
I'm Papa.
And this is in a different location. And we'll see how it goes. But today is Tuesday. We're recording a little late. Lots of stuff been going on in the house that's not important, but we got a new bed and we're rearranging and anyway. So we're a little late. We do have a bit to cover, but we're gonna go through it a little quick. So let's start with the movie.
Okay. Well, we went to see Barbie.
We did.
And apparently I talked it up too much because somebody said it was not as good as she expected it to be based on what she'd heard.
I enjoyed the movie, and I'm really glad that they made the movie, and I think that it's a movie that we need more of those messages out in the world. But I wish that there had been more content similar to that one speech that I can't think of her name, but I really like her. She did a really great speech, and she talked about how hard it is to be a woman, but that was pretty much the only, I don't know. I mean, there were bits and pieces along the way, and then I really didn't like how they went back almost to being as bad as we are with the patriarchy in the matriarchy. Not as bad, but it was like bringing it to where we are now, where people are trying to give, oh well, we hired a woman, you know.
Yeah. Well, in the history, two of the CEOs of this company have been women.
Yeah.
One in like 1971, and there was another one before
Somewhere
that.
there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I do think it's worth going to see. I just was very disappointed in the ending. I was hoping that it would show that we really need to not have either extreme, but that's neither here nor there.
Now, I went to see Equalizer 3 by myself.
But you're not going to tell me any details.
But Equalizer 3 is pretty much the wrap-up of the Equalizer series. But you figure Denzel Washington is probably my age. So he may be tired of doing all that
Could be.
equalizing. But it is supposed to be the last hurrah for Robert McCall. We'll see. The director said that if Denzel Washington came to him and had a great script and a great story, there would probably be an Equalizer 4. It did incredibly well in the box office, considering Denzel Washington would not go out and do any shows, do any kind of campaigning or advertising until the Screen Actors Guild gets their thing done. He's not willing to go and promote the movie because that's not showing solidarity to the people who are on strike. And I respect that. The movie still did well just because he's in it, but I bet it would have done even better if we didn't need to turn that off because you gotta be fascinated.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking about your movie. I do think it would have done better because I know there are some people out there who are trying to support the Screen Actors Guild and not go to movies by the companies who are holding out. So if it's one of the companies that hasn't signed, then people are supporting them by not attending their movie. So I think it would have done better for sure. But yeah.
See, I got a new wool shirt.
After you do that.
And there's when you have a beard that has very short hairs and they fall out when you stroke it, sometimes they fall on your shirt. So you look down at your shirt and you see a hair, you think that could probably be one of your beard hairs. You get a hold of that and you pull it out. Only to find out that is one of the hairs that is actually on your belly and it has wiggled its way through this very thin fabric and you just yanked a hair out of your belly. Not on your top 10 things to do today. Just saying. Now, on to This is stuff Valerie got in the mail. You wanna know what I got in the mail? Here, I'll show you. I got
this.
mail.
You got this today.
This
in the mail.
this wasn't mail. This was
But you got
delivered
it
to the
today.
door by Amazon.
You still got it today.
I got this from the VA. Cardiology, Austin, Monday, September 11th at 10:30 a.m. Well, guess I should check my calendar because I didn't think that was on Monday. Looks like I got plans on Monday, bubbies.
So Gary had his D-stash for good,
Yeah,
and I got these on D-stash because they're purple
they are.
and they're DK, and I don't have DK. So my goal is
I have lots of DK. Homebird. Anyway.
My goal is to keep adding different colors that go with it, so that I can do the stripes of joy in a stripes of purple.
That'd be cool.
Anyway, next.
Next, we have this lovely psychedelic bag. This is tie-dyed and plastic.
Yeah, I'm not sure who it's from, to be honest with
What
you.
does it say on the front?
It says a person's name, but I don't know who that person is, so I don't know that I should be saying somebody's name on here, so I don't know who it is. Oh, this is another D-stash. That's what it is, it's my other D-stash.
Ah,
And this one is a hat. I'm gonna use this one as a hat for Knit the Rainbow, and it's Lady Dye yarns. So that's what I got.
there we have that.
So in this package, there's a couple things I've purchased, which is this, and this, and this. And my intent is to make a colorwork sweater where this is the colorwork and this is the main color. And the person that I purchased it for dyed this yarn. It's Lavenham, I'll say it wrong, but Lavenham blue. This is yarn from sheep grown in the UK. And the wool and the color is dyed from woad, so it's all natural dyed. And Stuart dyes it and sells it in his shop. And it's something you can only get in that one place.
Unique yarn.
And he also sent me some Dovestone Natural Chunky. And there's enough here that I should be able to make a vest. And that vest, I could send it to Knit the Rainbow. So that was nice.
Yeah.
That was sweet. Okay, so now we need to talk about my knitting real quick. Oh, by the way, all this is from the shop. It's called, why did it just go out of my brain? Wool Patch. The Wool Patch. The owner is named Stuart. And they are they're in England, but it's north and a little east of London in a small town. And some cute cards, I haven't read them yet, and information on the Lavenham Blue collection. The fleece came from a flock of Wensleydale. The flock are from a farm in the village of Great Wenham in Suffolk. And it is owned by Charlie and David. David's the father, Charlie's the son. After they did the shearing, the fleece was sent to Halifax Spinning Mill in Yorkshire, where it was woolen spun into hanks of 4-ply fingering weight yarn. And each of the hanks were hand dyed by Stuart of the Wool Patch. If you want information, you can go to thewoolpatch.com. Okay.
Not to be confused with our friend Stuart who lives in Baltimore.
Yeah, that's That's he Stewart and then the other Stewart, and sometimes it's he Stewart and he's the other Stewart. It just depends on who I'm talking to. But yeah. Anyhow, and they both spell their name the same. That's kind of cool. So this here is a Raglan sweater, and for those that know me, they know the struggle is real, but I want you to know that I only have 5 rows of increases left, maybe 4 rows of increases left, and then I'll just knit until it's time for split for sleeves. So major happy about the success of this Raglan. I'm hoping to have this done by October 1st. So it's iffy, but we're gonna try. And then I also have this sweater, which is super close to being done.
This for our granddaughter Abigail.
I have a few more stitches and then the last color, and the last color will be the ribbing or at the bottom. I'm not gonna do ribbing this time, I'm gonna do a folded hem, and I want to video it. So this probably won't get picked up until Saturday, where I will have a chance to knit a little, record a little, knit a little, record a little, knit a little, record a little, so that it can be a tutorial. So this one's on hold for a bit. And then this one, it only got a couple of rows, but we are into the next color. But this one is completely going on hold. It's for Isabel. I had put it aside to really focus on this because I have to have this one done, and I don't have to have this one done. But this will get knit on because I'll be knitting on this every Saturday during the Sweater KAL. And just so you know, we did start. I'm not gonna have folks join late because I just don't want to have to start over or redo.
Well, they could watch the video.
They could. So, but the videos, except for the Zoom videos, they're all public. So they want to watch the tutorials and they want to do so, but
if they come in late, they can watch the Zoom videos to get caught up with the rest of the group.
I
There's
suppose
no
if
reason
you
to not let somebody.
if you wanted to come and join, I guess, but you still would have to email and look at previous episodes for the how to. But I'm gonna do a new one for sure in January, and it'll be a different construction. But the focus again will still be knitting a sweater to fit you, where you're getting support on how to make those modifications you need to fit it for you. And as always, I'm not charging for that. And then the last thing, I don't think I cast on, I just showed the yarn, didn't I, last time?
I think so.
So I actually did, and I'm hoping that the camera picks it up properly in here, but I finally cast on for the Ranunculus. Let's see, there's the front. And I want to keep working on this, but I need to get this done.
Now,
so,
since there's the front. Y'all who knit, you tell me. I think this is a good idea. It was nixed by somebody who has more power over the knitting than I do. I think that when you are trying to figure out where the front and the back is, you should take a piece of white yarn or some other yarn that, even if it's the same color, just do a little zippity doo dah on the back.
oh, lots of people
So you
do.
know that that's the back. You
Lots of people put in little labels, or they'll put a different color yarn in on the inside.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't need to, because when I weave it in a certain way to where I can tell where it is. But I have to look for it, but you'd have to look for that yarn too, so it's no different. But anyway.
You use a different color yarn, it stands out. You're looking for a special little guga pattern.
It does not stand out, you are correct.
Oh no, is that my guga pattern, or is that just
But if you do short rows, you just put it on and then you know, oh, that don't fit right.
Then you gotta turn it around. And I'm trying to save that turn around part.
Yes, I know. This yarn is dyed by me, mostly. So
And Mohair was not.
This is yarn I dyed, and then this is Mohair, and this is from Leading Men Fiber Arts. It's an awesome color, and it's called Kind of a Big Deal, which I can't decide which one I like more, the yarn or the name of the yarn. But I love the color. I do hope it shows up really well on y'all's screens, but it is
Oh, we took a road
a happy
trip
place.
on
But yeah, we'll
Monday.
get there. We'll get there. Can we? I'm literally flying through this stuff. I haven't given them any information.
You need to put it all in notes on the bottom.
If you have questions about any of the sweaters, the names of the sweaters will be, well, I'm only using, so this one is the Vibes Tee, and so it's the purple one, it's the Vibes Tee. This is a conglomeration of stuff, but I'm using the cast on numbers and the split for sleeve numbers from the Flax Light, and I'm doing a totally different Raglan construction, and I am not doing any of the texture on the sleeves, and I did a slightly different short rows to get it to where I wanted it to be as far as the top, and I plan on adding, well, I may add a couple of rows of short rows for split for sleeves, just to make sure that the back is not, so that it's even, so it's not hanging down too much in the front. I don't want it to fit like a female on the body. I want it to fit nice. So that's my plans. And then the Ranunculus, I am doing the Ranunculus in a DK weight held with Mohair, which is not really what most people do, but I'm really loving the structure of it. And I omitted the lace because I decided that if I'm gonna have that heavy of a sweater, I don't want lace. Now, our road trip, we got in the car and drove to Killeen, which is not that far away, but it's still a road trip. And early in the morning on Monday morning, it was nice and cool. It did get very hot, but in the morning it was nice and cool, and we actually managed to sit outside and knit. And we got to see Tania. If you don't follow Tania, you should. Her channel is, well, she's the Natural Crow Knitter. But I think on here it's different. I'll have it down below. It's the Breakfast Crew. That's what it is. It's the Breakfast Crew on YouTube. So I will have her links, her Instagram and her YouTube channel down below.
But we were having such a good visit, we totally lost track of time. And I happened to look at my watch and said, holy shit, we gotta go. Because we had to get back in order to go to the movie. So,
Yeah.
thank you for the very good company, Miss Tania.
It was a delight. It was so much fun. And I'm thinking that now on the weekends we might go in the mornings and do stuff if places are open or if folks want to meet up that are local.
Yeah.
That might be fun. And I'm definitely thinking I want to start walking in the mornings. I can't before work because it's dark, but unless you're awake to walk with me. But, because I'm not walking in the dark by myself.
You and me go fishing in the dark.
But I am hopeful. We shall see. Anyway, do you have anything else you want to?
Read some books by Jonathan Moeller. If you are available to do script and you like sword and magic, or you like space and magic, or you just like space and whooping butt, Jonathan Moeller's got a very large library. His editing is not as atrocious as D.K. Holmberg's, but he's still, Jonathan needs to hire a real editor.
Can Can you look up the Kindle? Or can I look at it while you're finishing talking about Jonathan Moore?
No.
Can I talk about mine while you look?
You can talk about yours, boy.
Okay, so I don't do a lot of books because I'm too busy knitting, but I found a new to me author and a new to me book. I'm not done with it, but I'm super close to being done. But there's a second book, so I may probably get that book. But it's really, really good. It's not the same story by any means as The Woman King. Not even close. This one is more fantasy, or definitely not here in the in the world.
Oh, you need the Audible, not the Kindle library books.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway, I'll just put the link down below. But so good. The main character is just she's as confused as you are through the whole. She doesn't. Yeah, and
That's okay.
And it's not on her fault. She exists in a state where she doesn't know why or what or how, and the story is you're watching her go through and find things out, but she finds them out in crazy ways. But it's really, really well written. To me, the book had me in the first couple pages. I was invested in the main character in even just maybe page 1, but definitely by page 2. Yeah. And then the more characters that were introduced as major characters, it's not that you were necessarily invested in what happens to them, but you were interested.
Oh.
But, yeah.
I just read a book by John Grisham and somebody else. If y'all remember back in the day, The Shadow Knows. There was a comic book and there was a couple of TV series about the Shadow. He has written a book bringing the Shadow up to today. Apparently in the 1930s, after getting done with a big the Shadow and his wife were cryogenically frozen, and several generations later, great granddaughter finds them and thaws them out.
Crazy.
And so you can have the Shadow again in 20-something.
Yay!
Almost 100 years after he was frozen, he's thawed out and he's fighting crime again. So, it wasn't my most favorite read, but it did have an editor.
John Grisham has an editor.
Yes, John Grisham is a professional author, and professional authors have editors.
So anyway. I have a question for them.
You have a question for them, okay?
Yeah, I just want anybody who wants to, because I know some of y'all like traipsing through Ravelry and looking at patterns. So, what pattern would you make? And before you even get started, don't be sending me Andrea Mallory's. She has a whole bunch of patterns that are all just saying, like there's a swifty, a shifty, there's a night shift, whatever. They all kind of shift something. I'm not into shifties. I want stranded color work. I do not want, I don't want mosaics. I want a t-shirt, fingering weight, color work, stranded, that uses 2 skeins for the main color and 1 skein for the contrast color. So if they could, if you don't want to, that's okay, but I know some people like to.
Okay, we're going to throw something out for them to talk about.
Okay.
I saw a preview for something new. The Hunger Games has a prequel introducing the villain from the Hunger Games as a younger man when he wasn't quite so villainous.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the start of the movie.
Yeah, it's
the
supposed
start
to
of how it all came to be.
how it all came to be and the origins of the Hunger Games. So those of you who are into the Hunger Games or even know what I'm talking about with the Hunger Games, tell me, do you think a prequel was necessary?
Oh, I don't think it was necessary, but I'm definitely gonna go watch it. But I'm gonna watch it for one reason and one reason only.
What's that?
Viola Davis is in it.
Yeah, she is.
And if she's in it, I'm gonna watch it.
Okay, there's that. There you go.
That may not be what you expected to hear, but if she's in it, I'm gonna go watch it.
I'm surprised she wasn't in Barbie. She should have been in Barbie.
She would have been good at Barbie, but maybe they didn't want to pay her what she wanted to be paid.
Well, there's a lot. Barbie had a lot of cameos in there of famous people who just showed up long enough to be a Barbie doll.
This is true.
Or a Ken doll.
Or a Ken doll. This is true.
Or apparently there was an Alan doll.
Yeah, but there was only one Alan.
Yeah.
There's only one character that played Alan.
Oh yeah, because there was only one Alan. I don't even know if Alan was discontinued or if Alan's really still a dog. I was never into Barbie. Go figure.
You're asking the wrong person here.
But I got an evil look from my wife because
Why this time?
well, they were talking about Ken and Barbie, and Barbie comes with Ken, and I said no, Barbie comes with G.I. Joe, and she fakes it with Ken.
There are children who might be watching this, so it's not necessary. We might be deleting that one.
Oh, you're gonna delete that? Okay, fine.
I didn't say I would. I said we may. I'll just have to put a warning, mute, fast forward.
Okay, I think we're done.
You gonna say goodbye to your mother?
I love you, Mama.
All right. Thank you. Where is Pecker?